Hello, good afternoon, everyone. As I understand, we are live, and here we today starting a webinar about Turība University. My name is Imants Bergs, and I'm a Vice Rector for Study Development and International Relations of Turība University. Today I will explain you about our university, about admission procedures and requirements, and also about the current situation in Latvia, in Turība University, what we are doing and how we are dealing with the global pandemic about the COVID-19. And thank you very much for Maryland Consultancy as our partner in Sri Lanka for years already, to offering this possibility to present Turība University. If you have any questions during my video, then please feel free to text it, and I will try to answer to all your questions. Turība University is located in Riga in Latvia, and most probably major of you didn't hear about Latvia before. And that's a few words now about our country. We are located in Northern Europe, and we are the part of European Union. We are quite tiny country if we compare by the population. We are just 2 million, and 10 times less than Sri Lanka. But also we are quite big by area. We are the same as Sri Lanka. That's let's say the 10 times less populated country than Sri Lanka. But we have also some common things. If we compare Latvia and Sri Lanka, that's the tourism is one of the main industries in both countries, and also Turība University is very famous in a tourism field for tourism education. So also we are part not only about European Union, but also part of Schengen area. That students who is studying here get also the Schengen visa. So Turība is a private university, and please don't be afraid about the ownership of the university. We are largest private university in Baltic states. The Baltic states is 3 countries, Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. In Latvia, all the universities, public and private, have the same accreditation system, and all the universities, public and private universities, provide with a governmental degree certificate. There is no differences, only in the ownership. That's don't be afraid about these things. We are also the 4th biggest university in Latvia after 3 bigger science universities, public science universities in Latvia. So we are established in 1993, and if we are looking back in our history, then 27 years maybe for some university isn't so long time, and even if you compare with very old European universities. But on the same time, if we see what we did in this 27 years, then I would say we started in 1993 with vocational accountancy courses with 100 students, and that was our beginning. Nowadays, we have all levels of education, bachelor, master, and PhD studies. We are a scientific institution, and we provide education in 2 flows, in Latvian and in English. And within 27 years, it's a huge development. So we provide education in English, as I told already, in the certain faculties, in certain study fields. The biggest and the most famous for all students, local and international, is a business administration, where we have 3 bachelor programs: a general BBA, and then we have logistics, and we have also international finances. All the bachelor programs is 4 years, and also in this faculty we have 2 master programs: general MBA, and also master program in business psychology in HR management, which is a 3 years old program, but already is one of the most fastest growing program in Turība University, and becomes one of the most famous for international students. So, and also in this faculty we have a PhD. Duration of master programs is 2 years, and PhD program is 3 years. So beside that, one of the most famous programs, most famous study direction for international students, and especially for students from Sri Lanka, is the Faculty of Tourism, International Tourism, where we have two programs. One is a bachelor in tourism and hospitality management, also is a 4 years program. And then we have MBA in tourism strategic management. And these two programs, as I told you already, is one of the most famous for the students from Sri Lanka. And then we have Faculty of Law, which is the second oldest faculty. And there in English, we offer only PhD because the law usually is quite local education. Students study the local law, and there is no interest to study another country's law if you are not interested to stay there and do your legal job in this country. It's only PhD as a scientific level of education we offer for international students. Then we have study field communication. There we have two programs. One is a bachelor program. This is a bachelor program in management of international communication. It is quite small program, but one of the most international if we compare with the geography of students in this program. This program related with mass media, journalism, public relations. And if you are interested in these fields, then you are welcome to study this program. And also we have a PhD program in communication management in this faculty. So then we have completely new program, which is run a year ago. We have only the first study year. This program is a computer systems, also 4-year bachelor program. And why we started this program? With 25 years, we offered only social sciences, and then we moved to engineering and programming. That's because there is extremely high demand for IT specialists in Latvia. All the universities don't have even a capacity to educate so many specialists in IT as industry requests. That's why also our university decided to open this study field, this direction, and offer only in English, only for international students, and they can come here and study IT. What can I say about this program? There is a guaranteed internship in even in global IT companies in Latvia. There is a branches of several IT software engineering companies like Accenture. Maybe you know this is our strategic partner, and also I would say, according to information provided by these IT companies, there is a guaranteed job after the graduation of this program in these companies. There is a question already. Do you offer any master program related in cybersecurity, network security? No, not at the moment. As I told, we started just a year ago a program in computer systems. And most probably in a couple of years, we will open a second program in this field, and that will be a master program. Cybersecurity is one of the, nowadays, one of the most important things in an IT and ICT, and most probably we will do also in this direction. In a couple of years it will be, because we just started, and to open a master programs, we need quite a lot good number of our own graduates from the bachelor program. Let's say in a couple of years it will be opened here also. So this is our study directions, and duration of programs, as I mentioned already, is 4 years for the bachelor programs, 2 years for master, and 3 years for PhD. Yes, a little bit later about the PhD. In all the programs except PhD, we offer included and offer an internship, and this is a compulsory part of program. And that means beside the academic degree, bachelor or master, all the students also get professional qualification. You not only have an academic skills, also practical skills. And this internship for the bachelors and masters in both programs are at least 26 weeks, a half of the year. And from one point of view, we say students have to find an internship themselves, because it's a kind of part of education. The students have to be ready to present themselves in the labor market, And it's good to get some training how to do that during the studies in internship. Of course, we have a lot of partner companies, especially in field of tourism. Many of our students, every year we send around 250 students for internship abroad. Most of our partners is located in Mediterranean countries like Spain, Italy, Greece, Cyprus. But starting from the third year, the best students can go for internship to the United States. We have extremely good partner for an internship located in Colorado, but they accept students who already have an experience in a field. So there was a question regarding the PhD program. Duration of PhD programs is 3 years. And to defend your master PhD thesis, your dissertation, it's necessary also to have a scientific experience, which means you have to participate compulsory in science conferences. You need science articles in international magazines, and then, of course, you have to defend a PhD thesis in the Academy of Science in Latvia. So what are the options you have for those who completed bachelor's in math, and what are the requirements? So options for the master students, I already told we have 3. For the master studies, we have 3 programs, which is a general MBA, and then we have MBA in Tourism Strategic Management, and the new program, which is a Business Psychology in HR management. If you are interested in these fields, then you are welcome to join these programs. Regarding opportunities in programs, there is many possibilities for students, but all of them are based on study results, which means if students are good in studies, they are motivated, they are interested to get the better results, interested in all the opportunities that we offer, they can get it. The most famous, maybe you already know about the European program called Erasmus Plus, which is one of the most famous European Union program across the globe. And this is a student and teachers exchange program when students, all students can go for 1 or 2 semesters to some of our partner universities. Within the European Union, we have around 100 partner universities, and the students who is going for an exchange, they can get a scholarship from the European Union and from the Latvian government, which partly cover living expenses in host country. Depending on country, around 60 to 70% of living expenses in a host country, because the living expenses in different European countries are widely different. Scandinavia is extremely expensive, and an eastern part of EU is much cheaper, and that's why this difference for the living expenses is so wide. So then we have a bilateral exchange program, which means the same like in Erasmus, where students can go for 1 or 2 semesters for an exchange outside Europe. We have partners in Americas, in both in North and South. We have in Asia, we have in Africa, and students, and even in Europe, which is not a part of EU, where students can go for simple exchange, but there is no scholarships. But beside that, students don't need to pay a tuition fee in a host university, except United States, because most probably you know the Americans always request the tuition, even for an exchange students. We have a partners in the United States, and students are welcome to apply, but they have to pay an extra for the semester in our partner university in the United States. We have in Ohio, a Notre Dame University, where students can study for 1 semester. So then we have a double degree programs, which are a very interesting system. When the students enrolling in Turība University, first 2 years they study at Turiba University, then third year, this is a bachelor case, third year, students study in some of our partner university. We have 11 partner universities for double degree, but most famous are located in France and in Finland, where our students are very interested to go, and also French and Finnish students are coming to Turība University to get our degree. It's not a one-way exchange for double degrees, it's a both ways, and sometimes we receive and we host more French students than we are sending to France. Then 4th year back to Turība, students defend their thesis and finally get 2 degrees. Where is the good part? The first thing, you get 2 degrees on the same time, and you already can use these degree certificates without any nostrification, without any recognition. You get it in the same time. The other thing is for the same price, because you pay tuition fee only at Turība University, and you don't pay tuition fee at host university. In cases of business, it's a France and Finland. In cases of tourism, is a France. In cases of communication, is Turkey. And then also, if you didn't use an Erasmus opportunity before, you can get an Erasmus scholarship, which covers, as I told you already, partly your living expenses in host country. So in a master program, it works the same, but you are going for a double degree, not for a year, but for a semester, because master program is twice shorter than a bachelor program. So now regarding tuition fee, and then let's move to the admission. Tuition fee for Turiba programs is 3,000 euros for bachelor and master programs. For PhD, it's a little bit cheaper. It's 2,570 euros per year. So we also request a registration fee, which is 150 euros, and it is not refundable even if students is not accepted by university, and then this is already our expenses to evaluate your application. Beside that, we request refundable single payment of security deposit, 500 euros, which we refund when students graduate. This we use in cases when students forget to pay for something, for rent for a hostel, or return the books in a library, or some other expenses. So for the living expenses, we provide students with accommodation on campus. We are only university in Latvia at the moment which have one common campus, and this is a good opportunities for students not even to live next to the university, but also save their money, because accommodation costs only 67 euros per month. Students share rooms by 4, but this is the cheapest accommodation in Riga, in our city. And if students stay on campus, then living expenses, combined accommodation, food, and transportation, cost around 350 euros per month. So according to our visa requirements, you have to show up that you have at least 5,160 euros per year in your own account. And honestly, this amount might be enough if you are staying on campus. So this regarding tuition fee. Tuition fee is refundable in case if students get a visa refusal. In case if students change their mind after they get a visa, tuition fee is not refundable. That's why we suggest decision about the education is very serious decision, and you have to think about that. And when you decide about education, especially abroad, then you do a lot of things to apply and to come to the university. But if in case some student get a visa refusal, then of course we refund all the money except registration fee. So the good part is scholarships. I already mentioned about Erasmus scholarship, which is funded by European Union, Latvian government for an exchange studies from Turība University. But beside that, also we provide Turība University scholarships for the bachelor level students starting from second study year for the best students according to their study results, which means the students, 25 best students in the second, third, and fourth year, according to the studies from the previous year, study for free, which means you can save even 3,000 euros every year if you are studying extremely good. And that's a good motivation, I would say, because with such kind of marks, and study results, you not only study for free, but also you can use all the opportunities for exchange studies and receive another kind of scholarships. So regarding the requirements and admission, so the first thing, we accept students who have in their A levels not more than one simple pass. The rest of the marks must be higher. So, and then the second thing is, if your previous education, A levels or those who is applying for a master in a bachelor level, is taught in English, then we don't request a language proof certificate. If it's not in English, then you have to provide a language proof certificate like IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson, or Cambridge. Those we are accepting. So beside that, in a bachelor programs, if you're applying for bachelor programs, you have to pass also 2 tests. If you're applying for computer systems, then the first test is in mathematics, and for the rest of the programs, you have to pass a test in social science, including questions, quite general questions about the history, geography, basics of economics, and it's not complicated. I would say if prospective students following what's happening in the world, it's quite general, the world history. There is no specific questions about the Latvian history or things what you for sure don't know. So, and all the students, except those who have an IELTS, TOEFL, Pearson, or Cambridge certificates, have to also pass an English test, and completely all the students who pass the tests, not the fail, but who pass the tests, have on Skype interviews. So quite many requirements, but you are always welcome to apply, and the university is really good. Well, at the moment we have students from 45 nations, and this is a very international community, and almost all the continents are represented, except we don't have any Australian at the moment, but we still have a time. In 27 years we already have students from almost everywhere. Yeah, and we don't have anyone from Antarctic, because we still didn't decide about the education for penguins, what kind of program to offer to them. So regarding the rest of the admission, application is online, and our partners, the Maryland Consultancy, can guide you how to apply and what kind of documents you should provide for online application. A few words about the current situation with the COVID-19. I know that also in Sri Lanka there is a complete lockdown at the moment. About the Latvian situation, we might be quite happy that in Europe we are with the less limits if we're comparing with another countries. That all the restrictions are the most mild, I would say. We still can go to groceries, supermarkets are open, restaurants are open, with of course the restriction about the number of people within one restaurant. All the shopping malls are closed for weekends, and of course there is a restriction not to gathering, and also there is no public events at the moment. But we don't have complete lockdown, we don't have quarantine, and the numbers of this illness is one of the lowest per million of population in Europe. Also the number of deaths are one of the most lowest. I would say that's a great decisions of our government that we start these restrictions on early base when we still didn't have any case, and that helps us to save our society from the more bigger disaster. And also all the education since the state of emergency was announced moved online, and our university also provide all current students for the lecturing and studies and examination online. In Latvia, we also are glad that investment in the past for the all the e-things, e-government, e-education, e-banking. Right now we see the benefits, the fruits of all these investments, because it was quite simply to move to internet, to even the public services, the governmental services is provided online also since decades. The banking mostly is online. We have just few physical branches of banks in Latvia. Banks are online, and also education, even in a schools or universities right now, it's going on online. There is no extension of the study year, because even the primary schools provide all the education online at the moment, and there is no necessity to extend the study year. Regarding an admission and the future, my suggestion is for you to apply right now. Of course, we understand that there may be some problems to receive on time some kind of documentation, what is necessary for university, or maybe what is necessary for a visa application. But if you start on the early base, it takes less stress, and you still have a time to prepare all documents in a proper way. If at the moment when the studies will start, and studies will start this year on 28th of September, the restrictions of traveling won't be cancelled. We will start education online, and you as a students can continue to start your studies and continue it until physically you can come to university and join the classes in person. And also, this is not my first webinar, and there was a questions from other countries if students start their studies online and afterwards come in November, December, January, February in person when it's available, do we provide an accommodation? There is one strict rule in Turība University: we guarantee an accommodation on campus for every single international student. Whenever you are coming, you will get accommodation on campus. So I would say this smart decisions, smart society, and all the e-tools, electronical tools for the daily life management, what we have put us in one of the top countries to go through this crisis in a very successful way. And I would say, yeah, that's some kind of benefit what we can provide, because the small countries and smart countries can move quicker and react more quickly and more successfully in such crises than the big countries, where is quite many problems to turn, let's say, the big ship very sharp. So that's from my side at the moment. It's all. If you have any other questions, feel free to text, and I will be glad to answer them. So if there is no questions at the moment, then I will say thank you. And if you have any other questions afterwards, then please contact Maryland Consultancy. They will be happy to answer your questions regarding Turība University, regarding Latvia, regarding application, because we was happy to welcome them also in person in Latvia. Then they can say you from the, let's say, first hands what they seen and what they know about our university. Thank you for watching, and keep safe and healthy within all the situation. Thank you very much. Yeah, bye.